Good afternoon. My name is Dan, and today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about the current position we have open for the role as a talent acquisition specialist with our company. Now, the role of the talent acquisition specialist, as it sounds in the name, is to recruit and hire talent to fill open positions at our company. Whether this be external candidates or internal candidates, basically your job as the talent acquisition specialist is to find the most qualified candidates and the best fits for different positions within the company. Now, generally, you will be working as a recruiter for the same line of business, but you'll be working in many different departments and will have to become familiar with many different job types because you won't be recruiting talent for just one or two positions. There are going to be dozens of positions that you are going to be recruiting talent for. And for that reason, it's important to get to know different positions and get to know different managers because you'll be working with them quite frequently, and it'll help to become familiar. So the first thing that will happen as a talent acquisition specialist in your role is you will be notified of a current job opening within a particular department. You will want to get with the manager of that department and assess the need for what positions need to be filled or how many positions need to be filled. So that way you have a clear expectation of going into your process of how many candidates you need to look for. Now, after you determine how many people you need to try to acquire for the position or positions, the first thing that you're going to want to do is work with the manager to create a detailed job posting that you can post in different areas for the candidates. And the purpose of this is to give a detailed and accurate posting that includes a job description as well as certain requirements or preferred requirements that candidates will need to have in order to get this position. The reason this is important is because the more detailed and the more accurate you are with your job description and job posting, the more qualified candidates you will get, and you will be able to weed out some of those unqualified candidates. After you create the job posting, the first thing that you're going to want to do is look for different avenues for where you want to post that. Of course, you're going to start with posting it on the company website in the careers page, but you're also going to want to look for other ways to share the job posting because the more places that you share it, the more chances that you're going to get more qualified candidates. If you limit where you post the ad, you're going to limit the candidates that see the ad. So you want to try to reach out to as many people as possible by posting in as many places as possible. These could include career sites such as Indeed.com or Monster.com, or even on social media sites like Facebook and LinkedIn. You just have to think about that there are candidates who go on social media sites quite frequently. So by posting on those sites, you're going to be reaching out to more people than you would if you just posted on your company website, for example. After the post has been posted in different places there, you're going to start getting a lot of applications and resumes coming in, and that can definitely be a fun part, but also a difficult part because depending on how many people reach out and depending on how many positions you need to fill, it can be really overwhelming to get so many resumes and applications. And this is the part where you have to go through application after application and resume after resume and try to figure out who are the most qualified candidates and who you want to continue the process with and who you think should not continue in the process. After you've narrowed down your search of qualified candidates, you will then reach out to them and conduct phone interviews. Now, you'll be asking them a few interview questions, but you're mostly just trying to get a feel for who they are and where they are and whether or not you think that they are qualified for the position. You'll ask them about themselves, you're going to ask them about experience and what they're doing in life and things like that. And through their answers and through their demeanor, you're going to try to determine if they are a qualified candidate for this position. So after doing the phone interviews, you're going to, of course, take detailed notes on each of your interviews and then bring those to the hiring manager to help decide which candidates you think should continue on with the process and get an in-person interview. Now, the manager will be the person who takes care of the in-person interviews, of course, but after those are done, he will come back and talk to you to again compare notes and make hiring decisions. It can be tough to make hiring decisions when you are doing a phone interview and he's doing an in-person interview, because not all interviews are the same. You might get a feel of one candidate and feel good about them, but the manager might not feel the same way. So it's important that you work collectively with the manager to make the best hiring decision that you guys can. And once the decision is made, you will then reach out to the candidate and officially make them an offer. And hopefully they accept, and if they do, you will then report back to the hiring manager who will continue the process. So this is essentially the basic process that goes into hiring new employees and basically what you'll be doing as a talent acquisition specialist with the company. You have to have really good communication skills and have good patience and good judgment as well, because the most important part of our company is hiring good talent, and that starts with effective recruiting strategies and methods. So I hope you learned a little bit about the position, and I hope that you are interested in applying. I look forward to looking at your resumes and your applications. Thank you for watching.